Welcome to Cancerian Chronicles. This is Misty, and we are on day 29 of our Level Up Your Life series for my beautiful Cancerians. So, we're going to go ahead and jump in and see what the messages are. So, let's go ahead and let's get started. We're starting off with a collective. Once I get to the end, if anyone has any questions that you would like to ask, for the free yes no intuitive read, you just put that in the chat and I'll let you guys know when to go ahead and start putting those in the chat box. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have. Messages for Cancer for our level up. Do I take these? That was really weird. No. Okay. So yeah, like I didn't even get a good shuffle in. Hi, Dark Fairy. How are you? Okay. Messages. Ooh, okay. All right. So we have the Ten of Swords that came out. And at the bottom, we have this Seven of Pentacles. So she's obviously growing something in her garden, right? And at the top, we have Death. So this is letting me know that something has already come to an end. The Ten of Swords is often like about not just being necessarily stabbed in the back, but which this person obviously was, but also it's about the completion of a cycle. It's the ending of a cycle. And what I'm getting is that your guidance, like when we're talking about leveling up our lives, you've already come to the end of some type of cycle. And so the focus is on growing something in your life. For a lot of you guys, I feel like this is something to do with just like personal development. For some of you guys, it also feels like just with me noticing and paying attention to that garden piece, there's something to do with and we've seen this in a couple of the lives, but during the series, but there's something to do with like taking care, like making some changes as it relates to your health, specifically as it relates to your eating, right? So if someone has like some kind of habits, old habits that you've been trying to kick or, you know, get rid of when it comes to your health, like this is, I'm getting the sense of like that's really imperative that you make sure that you make that a focus during your level up. I'm hearing something about interconnected. So there's something about, you know, and we've talked about like the better you feel, the more confident you are, the more that you're able to, you know, like the happier that you are and the more that you're able to manifest. So it's, you know, it is very important. I'm also being reminded of just like, you know, when you look at people that, you know, we would consider their lives are pretty much leveled up, right? They live more of a luxurious lifestyle. They definitely make sure that they focus on investing in themselves. A lot of their money is spent investing on themselves. They invest with their looks. They invest with, you know, like their health, whether it's like them getting a chef or them getting personal training. And even if you're not able to get those things, right? Yet that doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to implement just some healthier habits and getting used to just focusing on yourself and your well-being, putting yourself first in that sense, right? Yeah, we have the Three of Wands. And I'm noticing that she's kind of looking out, you know, over, it's kind of like almost like she's looking over the horizon, right? So this has something to do with like with your level up, making sure that you're looking at things like more in the long term. So of course we're living right now, but you still want to kind of keep your eye on the prize with whatever it is that you're wanting for your life. Yeah. There's this Knight of Cups at the bottom. It feels like someone like, you know, coming in to try to give like some, you know, small, I'm hearing petty offers, right? But I feel like This is also just a sense of waiting. So making sure that you're waiting for, and I don't mean like you're just standing still waiting on someone, but just kind of be patient, because if you're getting like little small offers of love, or investment offers for your business or something like that, and you know that you're wanting more and you're deserving more, it's kind of like hold out, hold on, because I'm hearing change is coming. So better is coming. Just make sure that you don't settle for like the first offer or the first couple of offers that you receive, especially knowing that they're not what you want. It's been great, Dark Fairy. Hi, Emmy. How are you? And you guys, I'm gonna let me keep going. Let's see. We have the Lovers. Some of you guys need to realize, I'm hearing you are the prize. So whoever you are, you just know your worth. Know, make sure that you know your worth. And that's a really big part of not allowing people to just kind of give you breadcrumbs or small offers, or trying to kind of make their way back into your life when they weren't really offering much to begin with, right? So there's something to do with that, because at the bottom we have this Eight of Swords, and it's like someone feels like they're bound or they're stuck. But with the way that those swords are lined up with that Eight of Swords, she could completely just kind of wiggle her way out of those that rope, and probably take off her blindfold. So she's not as stuck as what she thinks that she is kind of the energy that I'm getting from this. So it's like someone may try to treat you as if you don't have a lot of choices, or as if you don't have a lot of options. Some people might try to kind of get in your head in that sense. And it's like I'm hearing, don't believe the hype. Okay, great. I'm great, Emmy. Thank you. So, and I'm kind of being guided to share, I guess, like some real life examples. So I don't know about you guys. I don't talk a lot like about Mercury retrograde and all of that stuff, because I really like, it doesn't affect me one way or the other. Like the Mercury retrograde for me, like I don't feel like that controls my life in the least. I think that it's a good tool, like it's good information to have so that you know kind of what to look out for. But like when people are saying like, how the retrograde is retrograding, and how it's doing this and how it's doing that, to me, that's kind of giving your power and control over to the Mercury retrograde. And it's really not that serious as it relates to my life, in my opinion. But I will say that I do have people, like they talk about like your past people try to come back, and they try to, they want to date or talk or get back in your life. And I do get that. But that happens whether it's the retrograde or whether it's not. And I have noticed quite a few people, that I may have like dated or talked to or something in the past, this past time, that did try to talk to me. And I'm kind of being guided, I guess, to share that with you guys. Um, one, I'm feeling like someone needs to know that I do stand on business, okay? Because I know I talk a lot about you guys making sure that you stand on business. And it's kind of like some of you need to know that I'm not just talking and I'm not just saying that. So I got a message today with someone trying to reach out, oh, I just want to make sure that you're doing well, or, I just want to talk to you and see how you're doing. And the only reply I sent was, do not text or call me again. Period. We don't have anything to talk about, right? I don't go back. So it might seem kind of rude, but I don't go back. But I also know, like, when someone who did not see my worth, initially, and now you want to come running back, that's an absolute no-no for me. We're not going back. So that was one person. And then there was another person even before that, same thing. And my response was the same. So I'm almost like on automatic, like it's like an automatic response. Please do not text. Actually, I don't say please. I'm lying. I don't say please. I say do not text or do not text or call me again. And that's all I say. Because when, like if they saw your value the first time, right, they wouldn't have to come running back. If they were, had really good intentions for you the first time, right? Like that's something that would have panned out and you wouldn't have to worry about, is this my person? Does this person like me? Is this the person that I'm supposed to be with? You don't really get those types of questions or concerns when it's really your person. But when people come and they play in your face or they don't take you serious, or whatever, they want to see what it is that they can kind of get away with when it comes to you. And when I say, you guys need to stand on business, especially when it comes to this level up. That's exactly what I mean. Make sure that you're standing on business. And I really feel like for anyone who kind of relates to me or, like vibes with me, I think that we're all part of this collective and we all have a mission or something that we're meant to work on. I would guess that most people are creative and have lots of, great ideas, business ideas, things that we could be doing and working on. And so a lot of the times people just kind of come in and they just want to distract or disrupt. And, so that's really why I'm saying that. So, and if they're not there to really offer you anything that's going to alleviate any burdens, a lot of the times people are just there to see what they can get out of you because cancers, that's kind of your history, is you overgive. Cancers typically overgive, we overlove, we over nurture, we give people a million gazillion times and chances, right? So you kind of have to just know and believe, just truly understand that when you actually tell yourself, I'm done with this person, like typically they had to have done a lot for you to say, I'm done with this person. So you shouldn't feel any type of doubt or any type of guilt when they come in, come running back, trying to pick up where you left off or with their tails between their legs or something like that. So you know that you've given them plenty of time or plenty of opportunities. And if they didn't get it right, that first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time or opportunity that you gave them, why would you think they would do better on the 6th, 7th, 8th, ninth, or 10th? Okay. So exactly. And I believe that, Emmy. Hi, Alasia. I believe that some people, it's kind of like, especially, and it's funny because if you kind of take note, especially when you are working on something, it's like every time that you work on, like for me, I like to focus on like business things. I'm focusing on money. I'm focusing on, like self-improvement. So anytime you're starting to make, some type of headway, you're making progress, you're making gains, it's almost like sometimes people can kind of sense that, right? And it's like, then they kind of come running back. And you have to make the decision to choose yourself, to put yourself first. Because, if they were able to interrupt you sometimes before, you don't want to, give them another opportunity to kind of slow you down, delay you, or distract you. Hi, Sally. How are you? Okay, so let's keep going because I only got 3 cards out and I'm just really over here. And I guess that I was actually guided to share another thing. So so for this level up, for this season, something that you guys have to know is that when you are standing on boundaries, right? When you're standing on business, when you have established your boundaries, you know what it is that you want, you're pursuing your goals, and people are going to kind of notice that you've changed. And sometimes, I talked about this the other day, some people don't really like that. And so they're going to try, new tactics, or some of them, it could be the old tactics, right? The typical ones would be something to do with fear. So when people come in or they come back, like whether they're new or old, if they're coming at you and they're saying things that trigger you, like they trigger some type of fear mechanism, like there's some fear attached to whatever it is that they're saying, that's an automatic, that they're not meant to be in your life. They're not meant to be in your space, right? There's something off about that person. There's something wrong. That's just, something to be on the lookout for. So I feel like some of you guys kind of need to observe the people that are in your life, right? So I live in the country, and it's a really, really small town. And so I have some, I have like 4 acres of land, and I have quite a bit that I need them to, it's called bush hog or something like that. So I need them to cut down like this really tall grass, right? And so the person that came recognized, number one, that I'm a single woman, right? That is living by herself, and automatically, like, this person is wanting to talk to me about, oh yeah, you're gonna need a husband. No, I don't need a husband. I'm not looking for a husband, and I don't want a husband. So when he got that response, it was like, oh well, but I hope you're staying prayed up. Like, I hope you got some weapons, I hope you got some protection. So what was he trying to do? He's trying to instill some type of fear, like getting me to fear for my safety. I've been here for several years, right? So that's a sign right there that, like, okay, I need to kind of observe and be on the lookout for this particular person, because who does that? Like, why would you do that? So just kind of watch people, watch what they say, and watch what they I really feel like watch what they say, and just kind of watch their actions. So when people can't get you to sway to like their way of thinking, they're going to try to manipulate you with fear. And sometimes another tactic that they'll use is to make you feel rejected. So if you haven't healed certain aspects of yourself that relates to being rejected, or certain fears that you may have, like if you have a fear of being alone, right? If I had a fear of being alone, that could have really set me off, right? So you have, that's what, and I think that's like, sometimes we hear people say, they're talking about how you need to heal, but it's like there's no detail. Like, what does that even mean? Well, anything that could be used to kind of trigger you or manipulate you, like whatever your fears are, that's what you need to heal. Okay. Thank you, Emmy. Yeah, that was just, oh, wow. Okay, this card flew out. Wow. Okay, I'm serious. Let me show you. This card just flew out. And what does it say? Let go of fear now. Like, seriously, we cannot make this up. Let go of fear now. So I'm not going to keep this because I consider that as it falling on the floor. And it's, oh my gosh. Yeah, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Is that not what we've been talking about just right now? Yeah, your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. We just talked about making sure that we're observing people, paying attention to their actions, and when they're trying to trigger us, like paying attention, because there's going to be like some little radars, or your spidey senses are going to tingle and let you know like something's wrong, like something's not right here. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, what do we need to know? I feel like we only needed, jeez. Yeah, so here we have make a commitment is the card that came out. This is Archangel Michael, the angel of courage and confidence. Make a commitment. So, and we've talked a little bit about this, but it's kind of like some of you guys need to just make a decision as to what it is that you want to focus on. And there is no like right or wrong answer, but it's like pick a side, right? Pick what it is that you want and just stay focused on that goal. So if we're talking about, like, even if you're looking for a certain, like you're looking for a relationship, like that's your focus, well, that's fine, but get clear on what it is that you're looking for. Like, and be honest with yourself. You can't be sitting there wanting marriage and you're afraid to admit that you want marriage. And you're telling people that you're okay with just like seeing where this goes. No, you need to weed those people out. Those people that are just kind of there for some fun. Let them know, look, I'm looking for marriage. This is my goal. This is my focus, right? Because the people that are that have the same goal, the same mindset as you, they're going to stick around. The other ones are going to, they're going to go ahead and make their way, they're going to skedaddle, right? as long as when they see that they can't get whatever it is, like if they're looking for short-time fun and you're not, and they can't get that out of you, they're going to skedaddle, and you're not going to be wasting all of your precious time and energy, good energy, on people that are not equally yoked with you. They're not looking for the same thing. Hi, Miss Tay. So if your focus is on something to do with work, with, moving up the corporate ladder, with starting a business, whatever it is that you want, like just decide that this is what my focus is going to be on, and make your plans, make your, set your goals related to that. Right? You know that you want to start a business. You have, 5, 6 ideas of the type of business that you would like to start. Pick one and just get started and focus on that, and just know that, like, the more that you build up that one business, once you get things in order, you can start the second, third, fourth, fifth business. Even, it's going to be even easier for you, but you have to commit to something first. If you are wanting to, focus on leveling up. At the bottom, we still have keep your eyes. Well, this was actually on the top before, but now it's at the bottom. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Seriously, what is your goal? Hi, RH, how are you? And it says the person you're asking about is trustworthy. So I don't know if is that for anyone? This is about, okay, the person that I feel like the person that they're referring to in this card is actually you. Some of you guys have been doubting, like, your inner voice and your inner guidance. And you need to know that you can trust that part of you. That's a part of you. And you can trust it. Like, for a lot of you, got part of your level up is making sure that you trust your inner guidance and your inner voice. Because it's not going to steer you wrong. Right? Okay, let's see what else we have. These cards are a little slippery. Okay, messages for Cancer. Okay, Bouquet tried to pop out. Okay, so we have letter. And there's something about, I'm being guided to, it says document, message, news, speech, writing, and communication. And I'm really guided to document and writing. And I really feel like this has something to do, a lot of you guys, this has something to do with you writing out your short-term and your long-term goals with whatever it is that you decide to commit to. There's no right or wrong. But writing it out, putting it in writing. And I know I talk a lot about, like some of you guys, there's some type of, some of you need to start journaling or go back to journaling if you've stopped. There's something about, at the bottom we have the Tower, and I'm guided to where it says isolation, and it's making me feel like some of you guys are just trying to do things on your own. And by on your own, I mean there's something with your inner guidance. You're not listening to, like, if, I don't want to say the voices in your head or like in your heart or whatever this is, like someone keeps second guessing. And at the top we have Bear, which is power, boss, courage, finances, protection, leadership, and courage. This is for me, this just kind of screams something to do with your level up. You have to listen to that inner guidance. And if you need to just write out, like someone needs to write out their actual plan, their actual goals. What do you want that relationship to look like? What do you want that business to look like? Yeah. Man, commitment. Is this for... Okay, so I get that because these just kind of popped out, and I would usually just say that's too many and put them back. But for someone, if you have a question about some guy or something, and there's maybe there was like a promise to marry you or something like that. someone is like, has been filling your head, kind of is the sense that I'm getting, like, you know, making it sound like they're wanting to marry you, but they have not popped the question. And the card under that is Fox, and I'm being guided to trickery. So I'm hearing if he wanted to, he would. So somebody needs to know that. Feels like someone's just kind of being strung along. Someone's going, like, you may go like back and forth between, you know, should I leave or, you know, whatever. But yeah, you're not listening to, like, your inner guidance is telling you that, you know, this, I'm hearing scam, but you're trying to convince yourself that it's not. Okay, so we have this one right here. We have danger, accident, warning, sudden harvest, and surgery is the card that we have. And I'm guided to the word harvest, and it's right here with this 3 of Wands, where she's like waiting. So some of you guys have actually been putting some work in, and you're just kind of waiting to see, like, you know, what's going to become of like the hard work that you've been putting in. And I'm getting the sense of, like, you know, just keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. And it feels like for some of you guys, you're going to start to see, you know, whatever seeds you have planted, you're going to start to reap the rewards, or, you know, get some gains from that. Yeah. We have success. Well, we have the Sun card here, and I'm guided to success. And number 28, man, came out. And I'm getting the sense of, like, this has something to do with something that you're actively working on with this masculinity. Someone's been like either kind of like in their masculine energy of, like, you know, working. And it's like with that harvest, now it's time for you to receive. Messages. Okay, so under that Lovers card, which I was saying, like, some of you guys have a lot of options. You may not be aware of just how many options you have, but we have the Child card, which came out. And I'm being guided to the playful and playfulness. So, you know, it's kind of like you guys have like a lot of options, a lot of choices, and there's something that you're meant to just kind of, you know, like, don't take everything so serious. There's something to do with, like, you just kind of enjoying the process, enjoying the ride. Yeah. We have the Tree at the bottom, which I'm being guided to growth. And at the top is the Clover too, which is opportunity. You're about to have like a lot of opportunities. I'm getting the sense of, like, this is more than just one area. Yeah. So we're going to move on to, this is the last deck that we're going to use. So remember, if you guys want to ask a yes, no question, you can. Make sure that it is yes, no. Make sure that it's not like repeat questions, and that it's, you know, pertaining directly to you, like it's something that's going to, you know, directly impact you. Okay, so let's get our final messages. And again, if you have questions, go ahead and start putting them in the chat box. Okay, we have awareness that popped out. And that's under this completion. Yeah, and then we have rebirth that came in after that, right? So some of you guys are you know that something has come to an end, right? Like if you've been like holding on to like a relationships or situationships, if you've been holding on to jobs that are not serving you, that you don't like anyway, or something like that, like you're aware that, you like you're either meant to put that to an end, or things are coming to an end, right? So you have that awareness, and your guidance is to make sure that, here we go with this lion here, but that you kind of have the strength and the confidence to move on and to try something new, right? With that rebirth, this is about you just kind of transforming yourself and transforming your life to the way that you want it to be. With her playing this flute, making sure that you are doing things that you love to do. Make RHIC, make sure it's a yes, like ask the like a yes no question. And sometimes you guys just don't be afraid to, like, if you have specific questions, like you kind of want to know, so you're wanting to see if that's what's going to pop out, but like you have an actual question that you're really wondering about a particular topic, don't be afraid to just ask. Okay. Part of our level up with our messages that we've had previously, it's about making sure that we're speaking up and speaking out for the things that we're wanting, right? So we have friendliness is what came out. And we have guidance at the bottom here with isolation. I feel, again, this is, we just saw this with a completely different other deck, but it's like some of you guys are receiving some type of guidance, but you're feeling like it's like someone is just not listening to themselves. You're kind of icing out that inner voice. Like there's some type of doubt, or just like not having that confidence that you really should have, like in yourself. Guidance tried to pop out all the way. I'm hearing try it. You might like it. Some of you guys, like, just try, like maybe on some small things, just like whatever you're being guided to do, just try it. Okay. Follow your guidance and see where it takes you. And the more comfortable you become, then, when there are like bigger topics or bigger issues, then, kind of listen to your inner voice and your inner guidance on those, just kind of work your way up with that. So we have the Lovers, we have dream, and we have clinging to the past. And we have Lovers already on the board actually here. But I'm feeling like, I don't know, again, if you guys had like several like types of, I don't want to say fantasies, but, several options that you've wanted for your life, like things that you're wanting. I just feel like someone needs to update their vision board or something. Like someone needs to sit and think about, like, what is it that you want now? Like some of you guys may be holding on to, like, saying that something is like your dream or something that you want to do, but it's not really what you want. Like you've grown, you've developed, you've been, having some type of transformation since that, back when you had this other dream. And it's like, that there's something else that you want. Like it's okay to ask for something different. It's okay to update like your whatever it is that you want for your future. It's okay to kind of update, like, have some type of amendment or something to, it's kind of like if someone feels like they put in a request or an order for the universe and they feel like they have to stick to it until they get it. But if you've changed, right, you're no longer in alignment with that old thing that you've asked for. So you're going to have to kind of update what it is that you're wanting. Yeah, we have past lives and we have existence. Oh, geez. We have success. Yeah, whatever. And this is falling under that, the Lovers, which was about choice. Like, whatever it is that you choose to do, right? You are, like, once you make that commitment, once you have determined that you're going to be committed to, whatever it is that you're going to focus on, you will be successful, right? But you have to just take that leap, and you have to make sure that you trust in it, and trust in yourself. Yeah. So those are the messages that we have for the collective, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start looking at the questions. Again, make sure that they're yes or no questions. Also, make sure that you hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so already. We are getting so much closer to our goal of 500 subscribers. Once we get 500, I am selecting 6 people from the comments. I just take your name from the comments and put it on the little, I have a little spin the wheel app, and I'm going to select 6 people to give away free readings to. So make sure that you are subscribing. Okay. So we're going to see what questions we have. Is my comborero my soulmate? Okay, so this is Sally. I think that's the first question that I saw. Okay, so I'm getting a no for that, Sally. Okay, I'm being guided to pull a card from this deck for you. I don't know, I was getting some thoughts about, like, earlier I talked about you guys, committing to whatever it is that you want, and making sure that you're kind of listing off like your goals, short term, long term. If you're thinking about like relationship, like some of you guys need to actually have a list of, what it is that you're seeking in a partner, right? And if you're looking for long-term partner, or whatever it is that you're looking for in this other person, make sure that you are kind of writing that down, that you're jotting all of that information down. And some of you guys need to get used to, when you have met someone, rather than automatically kind of going to, all of this like about soulmates and things like that. Like, there has to be a balance with your actual reality, right? With actual, the physical world, and then all of this other worldly stuff where we're talking about or thinking about soulmates. Because honestly, like, you have to make sure, like, is this person meeting the requirements that you have, that you're looking for in a partner? Because if I say yes, that's your soulmate, and you guys have nothing in common, and you end up, like, not getting along, like, what difference does it make? Like, you live here in the physical. So whether someone is your, soulmate, so to speak, like, you still, like, that doesn't exempt them from the actual requirements that they need to meet. That doesn't change anything. We have lots of soulmates. I would actually argue that pretty much everyone is your soulmate. But, with the way that, a lot of people are using it, you have a lot of soulmates. You don't have just one. There's not just one person, only one person out of, however many people we have in the world that's made for you or meant for you. So why would you confine yourself to, like, is this person my soulmate? You have lots of soulmates. Yeah, so the card that came out, Sally, is heartbroken. I'm guided to the actual word. The last one, it says breakup, which I don't want to. I'm getting the sense of, like, who's I feel like this is like a phase where you're meant to be kind of out, like getting to know yourself, getting to know, people, and working on just like transforming your life, transforming yourself. And I don't feel like it's meant to be like where you're just kind of, it just feels like you're not going to focus on those things that you need to do for yourself, that you're going to wrap, like it's kind of like you're kind of going to have like this person, like your world is going to revolve around this person, and it's going to like, when this happens, it's kind of like you have delayed progress that you could have been making. So, but the answer that I got for you with your question that you had, the answer was no. Let me see. Let me see where I. Exactly, RH. We have to definitely be strong for ourselves. RH, did you have a yes no question that you wanted to ask? And Sally, I went ahead and asked the other question. Oh, yeah, that's a long name. um, but it looks, I don't know, it kind of looks a little bit Spanish, and I'm bilingual. I actually am fluent in Spanish. Okay. Okay, RH. And Sally, so the answer for that second one, the answer was about him having good intentions for a relationship. The answer was no for that one as well. Yeah. What came out was ship. What's the focus? And it says cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, and progressing and arriving. Yeah, I'm being guided to cutting ties, which is similar to breakup. So I don't know. Yeah. Alasia. Alasia, can you make that a yes no question? What do you want to know specifically? Okay, and so if you don't have a question for today and you want to try again tomorrow, tomorrow is the last day that I'm doing the free yes no intuitive questions. So that is our final day for the 30-day Level Up Your Life series. So make sure that if you have questions, that you ask them tomorrow in tomorrow's live. I'm going to give it just a minute to see if Alasia wanted to try a different question. And then if not, then we're going to go ahead and call it a night. All right, looks like that's all the questions that we have. So thank you guys for being here. Again, make sure that you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Once we get to 500, I'm giving away 6 free readings, and they are full readings. So you definitely don't want to miss out. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and have a beautiful night. Bye now.